I'm Kellen Skurses. This is my wife, Callie Skurses. We live in West Centennial with our 4 kids. I've been a realtor for 9 years, and in those 9 years, I've seen, the inflation of prices go through the roof and how difficult it can be for people to not only buy homes, but rent homes.
We were under contract on a house at this time, and we were in a series about trusting the Lord with your finances and just different parts of your life that may be that have control over you. And so we were praying about what we should do with this house, and then we felt like we needed to just give it back to the community.
When we came to Love Inc., they didn't have a housing program. They had the Impact program that helped people put their lives back together, but no sort of program that was going to relate to housing. And so we got to actually meet one of the Impact participants, Leticia, who was facing eviction from her apartment, and Love Inc. was able to connect us with her, and that's kind of how the movement started.
I have been able to learn life skills that I've never had the opportunity to learn through anything else. This organization has given me empowerment through those classes, has given me confidence in places that I've never had confidence before, and brought my dreams back. Kind of forgot about them. Just trying to figure out life, you kind of forget those things where you think about the bad, but with Impact and with Love Inc. on your side, you're able to enjoy life, and you'll have those struggles, but they give you the keys to get through those struggles and troubles that will come.
One of the things that we've seen and that we know is that rents continue to go up and start to get astronomical. And we found that with the help of Love Inc. that it's not necessarily that they can't pay for rent, it's that they can't pay for the inflation of rent going up and up and up. And so we figured it would be best to rent the house out, not necessarily for free, but for an affordable amount.
The challenge that we had been having was trying to find someone and what avenue was best for everybody to rent this house, and where in the community we knew that people needed a place to rent, but we didn't know where to find them.
One morning I was making my coffee, and the Lord's like, start saving your coffee grounds. And I'm like, why? And he said, because you're gonna have a garden. And I said, when? Like, okay. So I just obey. Everybody would ask me all the time, what are these for? I'm like, I don't know, God said to save them. So I'm saving them for my garden. They're like, a garden? You don't even live in a house. I'm like, I know.
We were under contract on this property, and my friend Michelle, who's on the board at Love in the Name of Christ, invited us to Discover Love Inc. And sometimes there's that moment when you've been praying about where God wants you to go in your next step. And while we're talking with them, I'm sitting there thinking, I think this is going to be the perfect opportunity.
So I was looking for a long time, March, April. Those 2 months were very hard because just throwing money here and there when I didn't have much money, and then just being denied over and over and over. It was pretty painful. So, so then I had a week, and I was like, oh my God, like, I have 5 days to get out. And that's when I emailed Love Inc. and just told them, was very humble, because I didn't even want to do it, because I didn't want my needs to be put out there, like, oh, she needs a house, and she has 5 days, and I tried everything. And it was just like a hurdle every time, or like a stumbling block every time. But with Love Inc., they had that one connection, and God's the one that told me to reach out, so I did. When I went to go view the house, in the backyard there was 4 planter boxes. And I was like, oh, this is why you wanted me to save. And it was like, oh my gosh, like I cried because he was so like right on, like I was hearing him.
We definitely saw how important that would be for a single mom, single dad, family, whatever it may be, is knowing that, hey, we're going to live here for 2 years, don't have to worry about uprooting ourselves and going to a different school district or whatever the case may be, and how important that is for family life and the impact that that will have on their relationships.
Those 2 years is just teaching my kids what comes with the house, because I'm in the process of learning too. And teaching them, yep, build your credit, we can save. It's affordable where we can save. So the process has been growing and growing, just taking all those skills that I've learned in the past from impact classes and applying them to life and getting success out of them, because they really do work if you really apply it and really, do the work. But God, you got to do it with God as well.
Our hope is that it's going to continue to be an impactful thing for Leticia and her family, and inspire other people who may have a property to do the exact same thing. It's such a tough thing to give your finances over to God, but I think there's so many people that can take that leap of faith and make it a part of their faith journey.
And we hope that this is an example to our children that it's not ours to begin with, it's all the Lord's, and so that they can see an example out of us to trust the Lord.